I'm Elsie, and if this is your first time, welcome. Please subscribe, share with your friends, colleagues, family members, and so on. And if you've been with us before, thank you so much for coming back. Please do like, and can I also ask that you leave comments. Thank you so much for those of you that have viewed the first one that was uploaded. Thank you so much. So today we're going to be looking at the power of self-worth. A friend of mine asked me, why is self-worth so important? Well, self-worth is important because it empowers you to do things. It chases away fear. It removes every barrier, that whether perceived barrier or real barriers that we possibly see in front of us, and is the motivation that we need, that pushes us to try something new and to pursue what it is that we do want. And today I wanted to relate it to this channel. Now, for many years I have been encouraged, pushed and advised by many people, friends, family members, mentors, so on and so forth, and colleagues and acquaintances, that I should be doing this on YouTube, because it is in line with what I'm doing currently, what my everyday job role is. But even though that I had the passion and the fire in me to move this from my office to this forum, fear kicked in, because when I'm in my office, I'm sitting in a room and it's between me and my patient, between me and my client, and we're talking about different things and tackling different issues and finding a way to overcome those issues. But then in that room, I do not feel judged. I feel quite empowered because they are coming to me to seek for answers. But in this forum, on the other hand, I feel like I will be judged, because there are people who are coming to scrutinize the way that I look, how am I dressing, what is she wearing, how is she speaking, and what does she sound like, is she thin enough, is she fat, and so on and so forth. And because my focus shifted from the love that I have to help, to talk, to use my own experience, to shed light to other people, and to bring awareness and empower other people and get people to realize that what they are going through is not unique to themselves alone, that a lot of people, even people within their circle, are experiencing the same thing. Because my focus shifted from what it should be to what I think I'm going to get, fear kicked in. And when we're looking at this is when we're looking at self-worth, when it is not inbuilt and we have not learned how to love ourselves and appreciate ourselves, and we're not at that place of acceptance, because I know that I'm not perfect, but I'm okay with my flaws. So no matter what you say, it's not going to deter me from what it is that I'm doing. Yes, it might hurt me for a moment, but then I'll get up and move on, because I know it's just an opinion. But if we don't get to this point, it will be difficult for us to get out of our boat and actually step out and see what more we can actually achieve. And that's when you realize that, I guess I'm going to ask a question to every one of us that is watching what it is, this video that I'm putting out today. What is your worth? What is your self-worth? What is your confidence, your self-esteem attached to? Is it something that is internal, or is it something that is external? Because if it's external, you're giving individuals the power to decide for you who you ought to be. If it's something external, when I'm talking about something external, it could be something like your job, it could be something, your girlfriend, your boyfriend, your wife, your husband, it could be your car, it could be your career. Whatever it is that is external can be removed. You can lose that thing, however important it is to you. It can be, if it's attached to your children, God forbid, you can lose those things. So if your self-worth, your confidence and self-esteem is attached on things that are on the outside, when those things are removed, where would you see yourself? That's why we need to build ourselves from the inside out, not from the outside in. It does not work. We are living in a world now that you're expected to dress a certain way, because if you dress that way, then that's what makes you beautiful. If you behave a certain way, then that's what makes you beautiful. If you have certain things, that's what makes you successful. But a lot of people are walking around empty. And that is why we need to ask ourselves questions like, why is it that the suicide rate is up? And it's not in the midst of people who have been brought up in poverty or who are living in poverty. A lot of people who are successful in your eyes, in my eyes, are committing suicide. A lot of people who are seen to be successful or in TV or in media, having the cars, the private jets and so on and so forth, are suffering from depression and anxiety. They are on medication. They are actually dosing themselves up on medication just so that they can get up and perform for us. And that is exactly what a lot of us are doing. We are performing. But who are we performing to? And why? Who are we performing for? We need to understand what is it that we are doing and who is it for. If it's not for you and it's not pleasing to your core value, those things that make you feel good, those things that makes you who you are, then I think you need to go back and check again. And I know it's scary to sit down and sit in that stillness and recognize that there is this thing, A, B, C, that I don't like about myself. And then you have to find a way to deal with them. It is uncomfortable. It is painful. But if you can deal with them, it is so empowering. And there is nothing more empowering than healing yourself. Getting to a place where you can sit and be confident and be content with what you have, whether you have a lot or you have a little. We need to stop living this fake life, this Instagram, Facebook life. I'm glad that we all have access to smartphone and internet and so on and so forth, but it's not helping. I have people within my circle that 5 minutes before they call me, they posted things on Facebook and on Instagram and talking about how fantastic life is. But then they call me and they're in tears because they don't know what they're going to do with themselves and they feel like giving up. But to you and I who go on Facebook and on Instagram, if we see their post, we're sitting there wishing that if only we could be like them, then we will be happy. We need to stop living this fake life and recognize and ask ourselves, where is my happiness? Where is my joy, confidence coming from? My self-worth, where is it coming from? Is it coming from within? Is it rooted from what can never be shifted? Or is it rooted on people's opinion of me, on how I'm seen? Because those things can be taken away. And then when they are taken away, what would you do? I hope you find this little message helpful. And if you have anything to say, any comments, please feel free to leave it below. Please, 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 again, if you have not yet subscribed, please subscribe to the channel, like and share. Thank you so much, and I'll see you again. God bless.